Hi everyone, what's up? This is Showa, and today, I discovered some things that were kind of jacked up. Okay, so, if you're a fan of the epic anime adaptation of Shingeki no Kyojin or Attack on Titan, then this may not apply to you or quite a little bit, but if you are a fan of the original source material, which is the manga by Hajime Isayama, then bear to be disappointed. See, the 38-year-old, I think like the 40-something-year-old editor is now under some hot water for the alleged strangling murder of his wife, who is a 30-year-old woman. Apparently, surveillance has saw some bits and pieces of her dead corpse laying around in the park, and as a result, it would seem like all of the threads basically tied to that guy. So it's because of this he is now under some serious hot water, as I said earlier. And yeah, to be honest, I'm not a fan of Attack on Titan that much, but for anyone who is a fan of the series, I'm terribly sorry that if you're now finding this out or have already discovered this, I know this is practically weighing in your hearts. For me personally, it's very rare that I hear that mangaka would, or people involved in manga and animation would get into this kind of trouble with their personal lives. This isn't to say that this doesn't happen. I mean, it happens to a lot of people, especially famous folk. But at the same time, it's like, why? Why would you choke your wife? I mean, if you did, like if you really did something like this, then why? Why make this bad for the people who buy the mangas in which you supervise? So yeah, that does present itself as a severe problem, and to the families involved and to the people that worked with him, I'm sorry this has happened. So yeah. And it's kind of jacked up that something like this did actually happen, where the editor for the series would get police attention right when a second season of the anime adaptation is supposed to be coming out sometime this year. Now, I really do hope that he does come to justice, and he realizes that what happened circling him is a bad idea and a very terrible move on his end. And to the fans of Attack on Titan, try not to let that get to you, and I really hope things turn out for the better. And when the second season comes out, I hope you guys will be very pleased with what's going on. So yeah. Now, on a much happier note, there is a trailer circling around the internet, or rather a teaser, centering on the newest Sentai series for all you Toku fans out there. Goat Sentai's Kyuuranger is about to come to a close, and we're about to be introduced on the month after this recording to a new Sentai series called Uchu Sentai Kyuuranger. Kyuuranger will be the first Sentai series where you get not 3, not 5, but 9 Rangers. Yep, 9 Rangers. It's supposed to be coming out on February 12th, 2017. So I'm pretty psyched, while at the same time really keeping my eye peeled for this new series. I like where it's going with 9 heroes instead of just 5 with the occasional 6th person. Though I much rather the 5-person dynamic and the 6th hero like close to halfway into the series. But seeing 9 right off the bat like that does say a lot of interesting things for the Tokusatsu community, let alone Super Sentai. Not only that, Kyuuranger is also the first Sentai series to have American input, like direct American input. And by that, I'm not talking about Saban brands, but I'm also talking about, I'm basically talking about Bandai of America having some involvement on the influence of this series. Like, this is the first full-on space motif. Now, some have tackled the whole space mechanic, such as Mega Ninja, Kyuuranger, and Kyuurager at some point. But Kyuuranger is more so a heavily space-influenced Sentai. And unlike most Sentai, which is set within the year that it comes out, this one is set in the distant future. The first we've ever seen since Kyuuranger, where it was set in 1999, even though it was made in 1995. Now, speaking of Sentai and America, we also hear that Gexo Sentai Carranger, the 20th installment in the series, which is also a parody by the way, is getting a North American release. Now, for those of you who don't know, Carranger is actually the Japanese version of Power Ranger Turbo. And also, Carranger was mistakenly named as the Sentai that saved the franchise, which, according to its main actor Yuji Kishi, that's entirely not true. It was Jetman that actually did that. Now, Carranger's American counterpart Turbo almost killed Power Rangers for fans here in the States, but we got Power Rangers in space that pretty much saved the day. But back to the point. Carranger is coming stateside. It's supposed to be coming out on April of 2017. And the reason why this is now public knowledge is because Shout Factory, the guys who have been distributing Sentai... Shut up, FIRETRUCK! Now, Shout Factory, the guys who are responsible for bringing Sentai to the States since Kyuuranger, they have been releasing Sentai like clockwork into the States. And now Carranger is their 5th installment. Now, the thing is, I would like to see more of that because I like Carranger, and I'm glad I got to see this series. And now it's going to be even better now that I can legally support this show. Which means there is hope for Sentai, and for everybody who is still going through this Ranger versus Sentai debate, congratulations, you now got options. I mean, you've been had options since day one, so I don't see the excuse. I really hope this whole Sentai versus Power Ranger thing does go to bed because it does get old over time. But seeing something like Sentai coming to America, especially in this kind of succession, I mean, back then it was like, ever since this notion came about, it was like 1 Sentai per year, but now, ever since, like, I think it was like Kyuuranger, we get 2 Sentai series per year. I mean, comes to no surprise since these series have already long since been completed for over 20 plus years now. Now, again, what I would like to see is, like, the older Sentai shows come out into the States, like, say, Kyuuranger, Jacker. And the funny thing is, Saban Brands actually has some degree of involvement in this. Like, okay, like, we want to give fans options, especially, like, the older fans, because they like this stuff. I mean, after all, we can't have them illegally downloading copies of their favorite shows from Japan that they don't know about yet. Now, I would like to see the same thing also happen to Kamen Rider a lot more. So, Shout Factory, there is money that I want to give you right now for this stuff, because y'all been doing an impressive job, and I would like to see more of that. Well, that's all I have to say for Showa Talks on January 10th, 2017. This is like the first Showa Talks episode I've ever done in a year, and I've been wanting to do this. Also, a little call to action I want to present to you guys. See, I've been hard at work with a comic book series known as Wildcard Fighter. It's available on my blogspot, where you get like 1 or 2 several pages like every Friday. Chapter 4 will be coming out on April of this year. I'm already hard on Chapter 4 and Chapter 5. And while that is going on, you'll get pages on blogspot.com every Friday. Also, I'm in the works of other projects. A new character episode will be released after this recording. So, I hope you guys stay tuned and you look forward to these wonderful things happening. And with that said, this is Show signing off. Hope to see you guys again. じゃあね。